China's economy is grappling with deflationary pressures and slowing growth despite Premier Li Qiang's push to boost consumption. With trade tensions rising and inflation targets being cut, will China's economic recovery remain elusive? Take a look at our next report for more on this.
In his annual work report to the National People's Congress, Chinese Premier Li Qiang emphasized the importance of boosting consumption to counter slowing growth and external pressures. While consumption was mentioned 31 times in the report, a significant increase from last year, the government's response remains limited. Despite the emphasis, economists are concerned that policies introduced such as minor increases in pensions and welfare benefits are insufficient to spur substantial demand. Additionally, China faces deflation risks, with the GDP deflator projected to remain negative for a third consecutive year in 2025. This signals a deeper struggle with falling prices, exacerbated by rising tariffs from the US and other trade partners. Analysts warn that this prolonged deflation could hinder recovery. Premier Li's report outlined a $41.4 billion subsidy plan aimed at stimulating consumption, particularly in electric vehicles and household appliances. While the subsidy program boosted sales of these specific items towards the end of the last year, broader consumer demand remains weak, with few signs of growth in other sectors. Measures like a 20 yuan increase in monthly pensions and minor healthcare subsidies are seen as inadequate in the context of China's larger economic challenges. These adjustments account for only a small fraction of GDP, limiting their potential to spark lasting changes in consumer behavior. Structural reforms such as relaxing the hukou system and overhauling the tax structure are urgently needed to address deeper issues and improve household spending confidence. Experts agree that while short-term stimulus measures like subsidies are helpful, they cannot address the underlying issues in China's economy. The focus remains on boosting consumption, but more substantial reforms are needed. This includes tax system changes, land liberalization, and reducing the dominance of state-owned enterprises. Local governments are also set to collect a reformed consumption tax, shifting incentives to encourage spending. However, with rising debt and budget deficits, fiscal constraints may limit the scope of these reforms. As China battles deflation and faces continued global trade pressures, policymakers will have to find a balance between short-term relief and long-term structural shifts to ensure sustainable economic growth. Business Bureau, WION World is One.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.